Here's one that's not going to help the case for WhatsApp. WhatsApp private chat groups get exposed again on Google search.
Exposed.
Yeah, exposed all caps,
Yeah.
which is double exposed. It's big exposed. I don't even know how or why this stuff gets indexed by Google. Maybe it's sabotage. But the idea of a private group getting indexed and showing up in search results is kind of terrifying for anybody who has a private. I mean, all of a sudden you're like, what was that joke I said? And I don't say jokes. I got no jokes on messenger apps for that reason. Because out of context, you never know, man.
Yeah. You'll
No more
get
jokes.
canceled
No
immediately.
jokes allowed.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, by the way. I'll tell a joke here and there. But this particular situation, actually, it's happened in the past. And WhatsApp and Facebook, they're kind of mad at Google. They're like, hey, man, stop doing that. Take us off the thing. And we know it's a public invite, but just please, it looks bad. So let me break it down how it works. Your WhatsApp groups, you send an invite link for people to enter the group. That link is public. It's a public link. That's the part that ends up getting indexed and then becomes searchable. Along with it come all the user profiles of everybody who's in that group. Now, you may think as a WhatsApp user that because it's a private group, every aspect of how that group operates is private. But that's not exactly the case here. At least this is evidence otherwise, that at least a certain portion of it is exposed to the open web, where somebody may be able to figure out which groups you belong to, which groups you've been invited to, and so on and so forth.
Can you get someone's number from like the invite link? You
There's
go
actually
into-
an image there that shows the way the search results come up for these groups. It's very bizarre. So all you have to do is search on Google chat.whatsapp.com, and all of a sudden you bring up all these variety of groups that exist, different names, and the invite link. And you can see there's actually a phone number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get the phone numbers. I mean, it's terrifying, kind of. Marginally terrifying. So the issue has been addressed by WhatsApp, and the exposed links have vanished from search results. I know WhatsApp basically says, hey, you can't be doing that. But they also say at the same time, hey, just so you know, those invites are public. But it's hard to imagine. I don't know if this kind of experience exists on other platforms or not. Or if I have to believe that these more secure platforms don't behave in a similar fashion.
Right.
In the company's statement about the breach, it insisted the app's security has been greatly improved since last year's leak, and it implied that users themselves have been to blame for this weekend's Google spillover. Here's their quote. Like all content that is shared in searchable public channels, invite links that are posted publicly on the internet can be found by other WhatsApp users. Links that users wish to share privately with people they know and trust should not be posted publicly. So they're blaming users for having posted these at some point and then them ending up out there on the open web. So there is a little bit of user blame, but I don't know if users care, especially when there's so much heat on WhatsApp right now. It just ends up not being a good look, obviously.
Yeah, I agree.
What did you just Google?
Zoom bombing.
This is, when you jump in somebody else's Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
and
kinda-
is it because of the invite link as well? Is it something similar?
It must be. Yeah. Yeah, that Zoom in. But on Zoom, you need a passcode too, right? I guess some people have open invites.
I guess someone would have to, the host or something, would have to accept whoever's joining.
Yeah.
Like they might be waiting in queue. I'm
not a big Zoom guy.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm happy to say that I've been mostly able to avoid Zoom.
Yeah.
So
Good for you.